Hi, everybody. It's me, Nancy, with Nancy's Hooked on Crochet. Anybody here? Oh, just finally heard from my sister. She's having problems with the power. So I would have called her. Anyway, anybody out there? Oh, I accidentally shut the comments. Hello, hello. Hey, Debbie. Well, my sister finally texted me after all day trying to reach her. She's trying to conserve her battery on her cell phone. So I guess I'll call her back later, I guess. I don't know. Hello, everybody. Anybody home? Hope everybody's staying warm. It's very cold for a lot of people. I'm having one more coffee. What's in your cup? Cynthia, hi, Liliana. How you doing tonight? She says it's like a rolling thing where I think they shut the power and it's like intermittently and they put it back on. That seems like what they're doing. Let me just send her a text. I'm sorry. One second. But she's okay. She says rolling blackout, limited text, watching battery. You know? So what's everybody doing? Is it cold by you? You know, it's not cold by me, but we've been having a lot of rain today. And whatever, it's 7:27 p.m. here in South Florida. So Cynthia, where are you? I know where Debbie is. What you all making? You all like crocheting something? I finished something and I started something. I'm getting so let's see, what should I show you first? Well, I had this yarn. I still have some left. Karen's Skinny Cakes. And I made a blanket and I made a lovey. Oh, 17, Liliana? Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. It's super cold in Texas with my sister, isn't it? They're not like equipped to deal with snow and ice and stuff like that for some reason. It doesn't happen as that often, so I guess they don't have as much salt or whatever. Hi, Jeanette. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Hey, Sarah. How you doing? So I was asking everybody, what are you crocheting? What's in your cup? Is it very cold by you? Do you have snow? I mean, I'm in South Florida, so it's been hot here, really hot here this week. Although we had like a couple of weeks ago, it was cold in New York and it got pretty chilly here, you know? Oh, so Liliana is making crochet slippers. That sounds like fun. She probably shut her phone already. I sent her back a text, you know? I may not stay on as long because I want to call her. Oh my, 18 inches of snow. Well, when I lived in New York, I dealt with some snow, blizzards and stuff like that. But it wasn't every year, you know what I mean? Like we wouldn't always have like a bad snow every year. But there was nowhere to put the snow when I lived in New York. Like I had like a little tiny garden, and you would be struggling to dig your car out because you parked on the street, and then you'd be praying that nobody would steal your parking spot, you know? Hey, Latia, how are you? Oh, anyway, I finally finished. I used the Karen skinny cake, so it's a thinner yarn. I got this at Michael's. I think I paid, it was marked $5.99. I paid $3 for it, which is a good price. And I used, well, I made two things. So I made this modern granny blanket. Might have showed it before when it was half done. And, you know, I wanted to make it big enough because, like, my son and his wife didn't want to even use a baby blanket until the baby was bigger. Oh, that's funny. So, you know, this is the third one I've made. So this is probably the smallest of the three because it was a thinner yarn. Thank you. Then I decided to make, like Jeanette calls it a skirt, I call it a lovey. So I figured out how to make it with the same stitch. So I bought the doll at the Dollar Tree, and I made a matching dolly. Like, you know, these were $3, but now they're on sale for $1.50 if your Walmart has them. This was a Valentine doll. Here, he's cute. I got to give this as a gift. I even had it in a bag. I forgot I never showed it really completed. You know, trying to get it off his head without destroying it. So, you know, you make it. I didn't do the regular granny. I just did the modern granny with the little loop-de-loops, you know. And I try to make it long enough so it wouldn't be too short, you know. So that's what I completed. And, you know, I had to babysit yesterday, my grandson, so I didn't get really any crocheting done yesterday at all, you know. Oh, I'm going to put it back on his head. So he's kind of cute. I guess I'm not sure what he is. What do you think he is? A lion, a raccoon? I'm not sure. He looks like a raccoon to me, but he's cute. And it's got a little blue in it. So anyway, so that's what I completed. I mean, I'm making something like every day. I mean, I'm making something every week. It took me almost a week, I think, to make the two things. Hi, Rosalie. Thanks for coming by. Oh, you're upstate New York, so it must be cold by you. I don't have to ask. You know. So my sister's one of those people that has in Texas that's having the really cold weather. Then I made I started this. It might be familiar to you. I'm following one of Fiber Spider's tutorials. -20. Ugh. I don't miss the cold weather and the snow. I'm from New York City, so, you know. So I started last night, and I guess, you know, it was maybe the size of a washcloth this morning. And then I've been working on it on and off all day. See, and this is a thin yarn. I'll tell you what it is. I had the paper here. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. I have this much yarn left of the this much yarn left from the ball. I have more, naturally. This was on clearance. I got it for $1.32. I love a good deal. So it's yarn, it's Baby Bee Sweet Delight carrots. So, you know, it's like an orangey color, like a peach. It's not too orange. And it says it's 60% acrylic and 40% polyamide, whatever that is. And it has 377 yards. So you get a nice amount in there. Yeah, that's a Fiber Spider tutorial. I don't know if he has, I don't think he has a pattern for it, but I just followed the tutorial, and Once you get, there's a 2-row repeat, and then it's smooth sailing. He just has to get me started, you know? Yeah, I've got a lot of good deals at Michael's recently closed by me, Rosalie, and they're moving, but they haven't reopened. The store's there, but I guess they had a violation. I don't know. So when I went 2 times to see if they were open, they weren't open. You know, so it's pretty easy. It's light. It's a light. I call this a lightweight blanket. You know, I guess you wouldn't be overheating the baby. You know, I guess a lot of the baby yarns are number 3, like thin, like on the thin side. You know. AHD, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. You know me, I'm sort of like one of those people that kind of goes when they have a minute. I was going to go anyway tonight, but my husband did go to the gym, so I was like, good, perfect timing, you know? So that's all. Meanwhile, what did you do all day? I was, because I didn't babysit, I was able to crochet a lot today. I did go out to the store, and I did walk past the yarn, but I didn't buy any. So far in February, I haven't bought any yarn. I've been a good girl because I'm really trying not to. I bought a whole ton of yarn in January. I decided I have to do a yarn ban on myself. Unless I walk in there and everything's $1, I might cave. Yeah, it's not all organized. It's just, that's just a little bit of my yarn. I have a lot more. It's hiding all over the house. It's under the bed. It's in the closet, you know? I have a lot of yarn. Oh, so you were at work today? Yeah, I don't work. I mean, I work. I take care of my grandson like several afternoons a week. And then on the weekend, usually we have him part of Sunday, like Sunday afternoon. But I haven't worked like a paying job in, I don't know when, long time. I did the stay-at-home mom thing. I had a few little jobs over the years, you know. Mm. Yeah, I got some paint box. There's, I don't know, I might have pulled this out. I found paint box yarn one day at the Salvation Army a while back. There's a video about it. And then this yarn too I found there. Looking a little messy. I don't know what happened. So I'm enjoying this blanket. It's not hard at all. I was tempted to start a second one because I usually only have one project at a time. I was thinking maybe I'll start one with a little heavier yarn and I'll make 2 of them. But I didn't start it yet. You know. Let's see. What time is it? So hopefully you're not with the frigid weather like my poor sister. They've been shutting off her power on and off all day. You know. So what are we going to talk about today? I don't really have a plan when I do this. Oh yeah, I did go buy some more dollies. Hey Maribel. I mean, they're going to want donations at my church for the Operation Christmas Child. I mean, I was thinking I could make loveys for these. Somebody else was, I think, posting that they were making loveys with the Dollar Tree animals. These are Easter ones. Well, this is what I bought. I got some bunnies. Aren't they cute? I got a blue bunny. So he's kind of cute. Got a lot of bunnies. I got like different color bunnies. This one's like an off-white color. Has like a little black and white little bow on him. So I got 3 of this one, see? My grandson's not crazy about stuffed animals. I don't know why. I think they're cute. I had bought him a bunch a different time they were on clearance, you know? So these are on the smaller side. Then I went back to Walmart when they had them half price. And I bought a bunch. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. That's nice. I haven't decided what to make out of my one cake. Well, I have more than one. I got a bunch of these a while ago, like 3 of them. Hey, Miranda, how you doing? And I'm thinking about what I wonder, could I make a whole blanket out of this? How big it would be? If anybody knows. Somebody did make one, I think. They followed a paid pattern. Like they bought a book of like an Afghan in a weekend or something. But, you know, she made, I think it was Kelly from Kelly's Crochet Adventures. She made a couple of blankets out of just one. So, I mean, eventually I'm going to do that, you know. And I got these on for a really cheap price. And then I got more stuffed animals to make. Oh, Sarah said she made a corner-to-corner twin with two of those. Okay, so I could get a nice size throw out of one. I don't have two that match. I have three different colorways, you know. I have three different colorways. But I got some that are good for girls and some that are good for boys. I was thinking if I made a blanket, I could make a matching lovey, because I do have a shop, an Etsy shop, and you know, I made one for my friend's grandchild, so I haven't made one to sell yet. But they have really cute ones. This is the similar to the one that if it wasn't the same, this is different than the one I have. So I got one of these doggies. So I'm not buying yarn. I didn't say I wasn't buying anything. And this is good for girls. I don't know why they have to have this thing on their head. It's not too big, at least. That's a girly one. I got two of them. This one has a bigger thing on the head and a little purple, like rainbow, like a unicorn kind of thing. This is cute. Like a Dalmatian. I like this one a lot. It's a kitty cat. Yeah, everybody's a lot of cat crazy people in the yarny community. And I got this one. This is really very pink. It's got wings. Nothing on the head though. It's got a little pink bow. So thanks, Deb. So whatever, I got a bunch of these. I think there was 8. Then I had 2, so I have 10 altogether. You know. So I figured I could always, instead of making a blanket and a hat or booties, you know, because I never know what size to make. I was thinking about making booties. But then one time I made booties for my grandson and I made them way too small. Yeah, so right now, if your Walmart has any left, they put them on clearance right after the holiday. So all the Valentine dolls would be half price, and if they last, they will bring them down to 70% off. I mean, I was tempted to wait. Anyway, so now I have a stash of dollies, you know. Oh, so Sarah says, I may be crazy. However, my dad is the one who is nuts. He keeps getting kitties from outside, but are they really, what, you mean he brings real kitty cats home? The kind that actually have to eat and poop? Well, we have one cat here and one dog, and that's enough pets for me. My, thanks. Yeah, we had a cat for like 16 years, and then he, you know, got sick, and we had to put him down over the pandemic, unfortunately. But you know, you got to do it. He wasn't going to get better. We didn't want him to suffer anymore. So, and my husband was feeding the stray cat, and he sort of moved in. I told my husband, no kittens. If you want, you could feed. You like feeding that cat? He's here every day. You know, he was hanging out with the dog already. They get along. He comes. I don't even know if it's a girl or a boy. I haven't looked. I think it's a girl, maybe. So this cat, we call him or her Oreo, and he still goes out occasionally, but he's here like in the house most of the time now. He used to be just an outdoor cat, and he used to just, you know, come over. My husband would pet him and feed him, and he would go do his thing, you know, like run around. But it was definitely a fixed cat. It never got pregnant, and it, you know, never brought any kittens, and I don't know, it had the ear clipped, like, you know, they do that. They catch local cats, and they clip part of the little cat's ear, and you know that cat's been neutered, you know, or spayed. So anybody want to come up and hang out with me and tell me about what they're making? I didn't do the link thing. Yeah, I keep forgetting to tell you all, I do have a group. I made a group. Not that we're doing much there, but I do have a group. If anybody's interested. I know we're probably all in a lot of groups on Facebook. You know, a place we could all share what we make. Oh, so Sarah says she's got to make a phone call. Fine, that's fine. I'm not running away too quickly. But I don't think I'm going to stay on extra long because I do want to call my sister. And I hope it's not going to be too late. She goes to bed really, really early. You know? So I did put the link up there, down there in the chat. If anybody wants to come up and hang out with me. You know? So anyways, there, I don't have much else to show right now. But if you were late to the party, this is what I'm making right now. It's easy. I do follow a lot of tutorials, and I don't really follow too many patterns. You know, I made a different blanket recently. I don't know if you saw it. It's in a bag. You know, if you ever use those Ziploc bags from the Dollar Tree, here's the lovey. But I just did a regular granny square skirt for the lovey. Jeanette calls it a skirt. I saw she had a little tutorial on this too. I left the tag on there, and they know it's brand new, you know. Oh, so Rosalie says she's in her PJs, not camera ready. You know, yeah, the bags are good. And I also, they had some vacuum bags. Oh, I'm going to show you what else. I bought something and I didn't use them all yet. It's good for putting your yarn in. Being I don't have a lot of space, but this was, I think I showed this. You might have seen it already, but maybe somebody didn't. So this was, I made the one with the butterflies. It's like called the midwife. And it was that, here, I have it here actually. I used the bobbin yarn, the anti-pilling. Here's it's empty now. I had one in the burgundy color. You know, it came on this big spool. It was like a big thing at one time. And then I had the black with the gray and I kind of intermingled it. So this one has like a little mauve. Hey, Sandrine, nice to meet you. Thanks for coming. Donna, thanks for coming. Miranda. Where's everybody from? Oh, so Miranda says, I want to go to bed early too, but my kids won't let me. Well, my sister's older than me. She can go to bed early. She doesn't have any kids home. Well, she has a son home, but he's in his 30s. So, but she goes to bed really early. Like, yeah, I'm going to show you something. Give me 2 seconds. Something I put my yarn in. I spin from Southern Indiana and came out. This is what I bought. It's called Under the Bed Storage Bags. They're huge. And it came in the package. I'm asking how much it was because I don't remember now. But I bought them recently. And they have a zipper and it's clear on top. And I have them I have an old one under the bed that I bought a while ago, but I think I only had one. But no, I had 2. It came with 2. And I used one to put my wreath, like a Christmas wreath in. Anyway, so I already filled up 2 of them and they're under my bed. So if you could see the picture, kind of, it has handles on it, you know, see? And they're real pretty sturdy. And you could see in the top when you pull it out. So your bed just has to be high enough, you know? You know? So has anybody seen these before? Have you used anything like this? I mean, I have a bunch of, like, in my closet here, I have like cubes full of, like, you know, those pop-up, you know, cube things, and I put the yarn in there. I can't I remember what I have, but I don't remember how many. Like, I think I had 4 of these things. So I just saw this one. I have to go look through the closet to see, like, if there's another one. I have a little left over. I mean, I think I have enough to make another black blanket. What's bad words? Anyway, I don't know what she's saying. Hey, how you doing? So yeah, so it's hard. I'd like to be able to get my yarn organized enough to know what the heck I have. You know I kind of know what I have, but you know, when you can't, like, put it all on display, like outside in your room, like, or in a yarn room, I just don't have the space. The rooms aren't that big. This is one of the other bedrooms, you know. I don't know what RT is. You lost me on that one. Oh. Okay. Anyway, like I said, so I use these for my yarn, but I have another bed in the other room, and they didn't fit as well under there. Or maybe I just can't put as much in there, like it was too high up. And I'd show you, but I'm using my laptop for this. I think it works better. One time I used my cell phone to make a video. It wasn't a live though, and somebody said they weren't hearing me too well, you know. That's all. Wait, there is something else I want to show you. I should have had it handy. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm like the bag lady today. So this is the vacuum bags I had got at Dollar Tree. It's called Essentials, and it's a good size. I have, like, yarn in them. And you could, like, sit on it and push the air out, and they're pretty big. So be on the lookout for these in case you need to, you know, store some yarn in your closet. You don't want it to get dirty or pests. And I bought a different thing too. I didn't know which one to buy. So these are clear under the bed storage organizers. See? And I guess it has a zipper. I didn't open this one up yet because I used the other ones. They were really, really big, but I still have room. I think these are going to fit better under the other bed. For some reason, I was having trouble. So, and this was cheaper. But like I said, I don't have the price handy, so I don't remember how much it was. This was definitely cheaper than the other one. But, you know, these were all shoe organizers because she was looking at my my setup here. I mean, I like being able to look at the yarn. Sometimes, like, it speaks to you and tells you what it wants to be. You know, I got all these Walmart, even the shoe organizer ones. You know, and I have some other shoe organizers that aren't clear, that aren't as pretty. I mean, I like the clear ones better, but I had found some on clearance, and I use them in the other room, and I put them on the inside of the closet. So my husband has no clue how much yarn I have. I know he knows there's a lot of yarn in that closet because he opened it one day and said, "What's going on here?" Yeah, it would be nice to have all the yarn on display, but, you know, I mean, I think it could be a little, now that all of a sudden I got too much yarn, like I had a decent amount of yarn, and then there was a bunch of clearance sales in the last 6 months. I kind of went a little crazy between the Dollar Tree and the Hobby Lobby, and then I recently got a deal on all that yarn at Walmart for like under $1, like 64 cents. Got a bunch of like Christmas yarn, which I do want to make a Christmas tree skirt for my tree. Yeah, I definitely, I just, I think there's just too much yarn to organize right now. I don't know. But I think it's more like maybe I'm thinking of taking pictures so I can get an idea of what I have and how many. I try to keep the same ones together, you know. Like I had like red, let me put that down. I had some of that chunky yarn like Hometown USA, and then I found some in one store for 75 cents each. And then a different Walmart I found it at also. So I think I don't have it all together. And I did use some of it, but I still have some. Do you like chunky yarn? What's your favorite kind of yarn? Yeah, I all my cubes are just like up on the top shelf of this closet. And then I have a couple of big tubs at the bottom. And I had a shoe organizer in the corner, like that closet has like it's like a round thing. There's a lot of yarn in there, a couple of pairs of shoes, but not much. And my clothes are in the middle, so they're like sandwiched. My clothes are sandwiched between yarn, you know. Your favorite two. Oh, so let's see. Maribel says she likes number 3 and number 4 yarns. And Kay likes worsted number 4. I like number 4 yarn too. I can work with number 3 yarn, but sometimes I'll be like, oh, it's taking so long because you know you got to do more rounds. You know, it takes longer because it's thinner. I was on a shawl and a ball kick for a while. Haha. Yeah, well, actually, I had lost some weight and I did get rid of a bunch of clothes. Well, Debbie likes number 4 and number 5 yarn. Well, I have some number 6 yarn here that I got from the Michaels. Also, I had that one day that they were closing, and that was the last day, and they said you could fill up a bag. You know, there was other stuff there, not just yarn in the store. They gave me this big plastic bag and said for $5 I could fill it up, and I filled up 3 bags of yarn for $5 each. It was like I won the lottery or something, you know. So that was the last day I bought any yarn. I didn't buy any yarn since then. I passed it up a few times. Yeah, you like number 6? So Miranda, what do you make with your number 6 yarn? Do you make chunky hats or cowls or I don't know. I mean, I got a bunch of these sprinkle cakes here. I think I have like 4 or 5 of one color. I have several different colors. Yeah, so I don't know. I live in Florida, so I don't really need a bunch of heavy duty blankets, you know. I mean, I've made a lot of hats and sent them to the kids, and I mean, I sent my sister a shawl once. I could make her something again. Poor thing is hanging out there with freezing temperatures. Oh, so Liliana said she's used chunky yarn, I think, 2 times on my 50 years of crocheting and knitting. Yeah, it's not for everybody, I guess. Leg warmers. Okay, arm and leg warmers. I have not a lot. I have some wool, actual wool in my stash. I have 2 different, I found one on clearance at the Hobby Lobby. I kept going back. I had bought yarn and I kept going back in, and then I took some wool. I think I got like, it's like a dark blue. Somebody was saying how much warmer the hats are, you know? So, yeah, so she doesn't use it. Yeah, I don't like the specialty yarns. Like I had once bought that yarn that's like you make the ruffled scarves, and I got it at Dollar Tree and I bought too much of it. I still have some. Some people know how to use the furry yarn, or they know how to use that. I have some weird yarn. I showed it a long time ago. It looks like step ladders. It's weird looking. I don't know what I was thinking. It was only $1 and I had a whole bag of it. You know? But so somebody said they were going to come up. Did they come back yet? She said she had to make a call and she was going to come back. It's fun to come up and talk to everybody. Anybody dressed and not in their pajamas? I'm gonna I'll never finish the coffee. So that's what I've been doing. I keep taking my ring off. I have trouble sometimes when I crochet that my ring finger hurts my finger. I was trying to knit, but you know, still making a lot of mistakes. What you say? I got eyelash yarn from the Dollar Tree and I couldn't use it. It was really difficult. Yeah, somebody was showing some eyelash yarn, what they did with it. There's people that know how to use those things and they think outside the box, you know. I guess I just follow what other people are doing a lot, you know. I just kind of like, I look at tutorials and then I say, oh, I want to make that. That's all. Yeah, so it's kind of like that ruffled yarn. Some people could really make something beautiful, like a little kid skirt or something, or if they put it on like Bag a Day, made a pocketbook and put it on there, you know. But it's like I gave some as gifts. I never seen them wearing it though, you know. I never seen anybody. That's the thing too. You give out gifts and then you wonder if they get used, you know. So who wants to come up and hang out? We've got 11 people here. Oh, so Rosalie says she loves eyelash yarn. She uses it for borders of hats. If you triple it with worsted weight, it's gray and use toothbrush to cuff it up. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's definitely something. Yeah, I can't figure out what the name of that other yarn was, and it's somewhere in my closet, and I'm not opening my closet. You will, yeah. You know, so that I have, it looks like a ladder. It's kind of like shiny. So I don't know what I would do with that either. One day I'll take it out again and see what people say, you know. Oh yeah, spell check. It likes to change all the time. If I put my husband's name is Arthur, but I call him Artie, and I go to type in on my phone, Artie, like I'm talking to somebody, my son or something. I don't know, my sister usually. It changes it. It's like it changes my words. It's really annoying, you know. That's all. Anyway, so like I said, I didn't babysit. I usually babysit Tuesdays, but I switched with the other grandma because she needs to take her mother to his grandma takes care of her mother, so she's got to take her to the doctor or something, you know. So anything interesting happen? So nothing much is going on here. I like last week, my husband had like a slight sniffle, so we figured if we'd see how he was, and I babysat by myself on Thursday and Friday. I went and picked up the baby and took the baby. He's not really a baby. He's 3. I took him to the park on my own. We had fun. I took him to Dollar Tree, and he like was throwing stuff in the wagon. It's very. He's like that kid knows how to shop. You know, he's a shopper. He is so funny when they take him into Dollar Tree. He wasn't. He was in the wagon though. But the other day we took him. We went back. My husband felt fine. Like after like 2 days, he had like a little slight discomfort. He was fine. So you know, it wasn't anything really. So we went into Five Below, and my grandson was like grabbing stuff and tossing it in the way. He was walking around. He was tossing stuff in. Oh, so Miranda's got to go and eat. It's probably dinner time there. Well, thanks for coming in, Miranda. That's all. So he loves the swing too. He can't get on himself. I just put him up there and push him, you know. He likes when I push him. He'll tell me he won't go in the baby swing anymore. So this is Annie from Canada. Hi, how you doing? I'm in Florida. I mean, it's been really hot here, but today it just poured and poured. Like we get kind of torrential rain. Okay, Rosalie, thanks for coming by, visiting with us. I appreciate it. Good to see you. If you didn't hit the like on the way out, hit the like. So, yeah, lucky me with well, I grew up in New York. in New York City, and we moved out here. Hey, Sunita. And we moved out here about 6 years ago because my son married a girl that grew up in Florida. She was born in Cuba. And they were like, oh, if you want to be grandparents, we need to work. So, like, maybe you'll move here. So, like, we did. But I did leave 2 kids up in New York, and our youngest son recently got married on Zoom, of all places. So they saved a lot of money by not having a big wedding. And then, a bunch of people came and viewed it. They weren't going to do a live Zoom, but they ended up doing a live Zoom. Actually, it was upside down for me. It's very upsetting. But they're still working on the video. They're going to edit the video, and eventually I'll have a video. But I did get to view the vows again, So what's everybody making? Whoever came in new. I know, Sunita, you're making blue hats. I made 3 blue hats in January, and I haven't made one. I'm trying to make some blue hats, Oh, so Liliana says, I have dinner in half an hour. Hubby went to get Mexican food. Sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah, it's like 8 o'clock here. So I just ate a burger. I made a pizza burger without the bun. I've been doing kind of like a lazy keto for a while. I had lost a nice amount of weight. Gained back a few lately because I've been, with all the birthdays and the holidays, I gained back like 5 pounds. So I want to get back on the program and stop cheating myself. You just lying to yourself. I kept, eating some carbs I shouldn't be eating. Oh, poor baby. So Sunita says her puppy is sick. She's sitting there with him. I hate when the pets get sick. They can't tell us how they feel, Terrible. Oh, and Annie is making sweaters for her grandsons. Well, if anybody wants to come up and show everybody what they're making, that'd be cool. Every so often I get a taker. Nice to meet people and talk to them. So sorry, I don't have any games. Basically, I want to crochet as much as I can, I want to crochet as much as I can, which was supposed to get a bunch of, so where are you, Kay? I forgot. You might have told me earlier. I have to go back and scroll. My memory is short, Some people told me where they were from earlier. Can't remember now. Yeah, it poured here like crazy. And, a couple of times I went out and all of a sudden the parking lot is flooded and like I'm up to my ankle. It happened once really bad where like the water came up to my ankle. Like they just couldn't take on all the water so quickly. So I didn't want to be out and get drenched and get sick or something, So I only went to like Walmart. I didn't buy anything. And I went into Aldi. My Aldi, I'm not in England, doesn't have yarn, Oh, so Alabama's right near Florida. See, I'm not good at geography. I used to live in North Carolina at one time. We're from Brooklyn, but so we used to go back and forth to New York a lot. Used to do it over. Oh, coping with yarn. That's Nancy. How you doing? Good to see you. I was showing the things I made earlier. We're just talking about the weather, yarn, and our purchases, stuff like that, and how to store your yarn. But I bought some skinny cakes, Nancy. She came in late. I'll show her what I made. And I made a blanket. So this is the 3rd blanket I made of this type, but I made it always with different yarn. So this one, I didn't color control it at all. Oh, so Annie made cabbage rolls. Is that like an egg roll? Or is that like stuffed cabbage, like my mother-in-law used to make? With like meat in it. And then I made a matching lovey to go with it, with the same stitch. So I thought, this is supposed to be a gift. Oh, she said yes. I guess that's it. My mother-in-law used to make like a sweet and sour sauce and with like chopped meat and rice, and I used to like it, you know. Yeah, like I'm not really eating carbs. Well, I was not eating them, and then I started eating a little too much. You could have a little carbs, very little, but I've been eating too much carbs, too much birthdays, holidays, you know. Thanks, Debbie. Anyway, it just was a little thinner yarn, so it took a little longer than like worsted weight. Definitely, like I like the number 4 yarn a little better, but this yarn was really nice to work with. For a number 3 yarn, it was really, really like it's soft and it's not like splitty. It's a really nice yarn, so I'd recommend it. Thank you, and that's all. And I was showing the things that I put under my bed to like. I know that the other Nancy, she's got a room with all her yarn, but I don't really have enough space here for that. It would be nice, unless I got rid of the bed for this room, you know, then I'd have room, but I don't want to get rid of the bed. So I got yarn under the bed and yarn in the closet, yarn in the other closet, the other room. That's all. And that's what I've been doing. But I hadn't been online for like a week. I don't know, because we did have to babysit Monday, and I don't know. I just didn't have a day that I was able to do a video, you know? So nobody wants to come and hang out, huh? So that's the story. I kind of ran out of what to talk about. I'll show you the baby blanket. What did I do with it? Fell to the bottom. I have a basket here. Have you made this before? That's the wrong side. I showed this earlier. Oh, so Debbie has too much room now. You'll fill it up, I'm sure. It just takes a little while, you know? And this is pretty easy. It's a 2-row repeat. And that other blanket was very easy also. Definitely a blanket that you don't have to think a ton, you know? And that's the Which Way Filet. It's a baby yarn. Baby bee. I got it on clearance at Hobby Lobby, and I'm still on the first scheme. Oh, you tried that and you couldn't get the hang of it? Sometimes you try something and then, 6 months later or a year later, you're a better crocheter. It's Baby Bee Sweet Delight carrots, and it was from, Hobby Lobby, and I got it for $1.32 each. And it has a lot of yards. It's got 377 yards, and it's 60% acrylic, 40% polyamide. And it recommended a 4.5 millimeter hook. It's a number 3, but I'm using a 5 millimeter hook because, oh, no Hobby Lobby there. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm sure they got baby yarn number 3, So that's all. So I started this last night. So what, I'm sorry, yeah, what's a great idea? Yeah, I use Red Heart too. I mean, I have plenty of Red Heart in my stash. I mean, I never even had a Karen cake until I went to Michael's recently and got it on clearance. Because they were like $10 a piece, and I didn't want to pay 10. I didn't even want to spend $35 on those anniversary cakes. I ended up getting I got anniversary cakes for $6 on clearance. I don't know. I'm just lucky like that, it seems. I've gotten a lot of good yarn on clearance. Oh yeah, well my Michael's closed, but they're reopening like just up the road, you know. So what yarn, what are you talking about, Debbie? You know, like, yeah, you didn't get any of those. Everybody was jumping and buying them. I'm like, they're $35 a pop. I'm like, they would, oh yeah, they did go on sale where you could buy one, get one half price. So what happened was they were marked down to like $19.99. And the first week of, they started, you know, putting things on 50% off at the Michaels. I went in there and the guy kept saying, it said that everything was supposed to be like 50% off the sticker price, you know, and it rang up 35 and I didn't notice. He didn't tell me that it rang up and I didn't look. I was stupid. I trusted him. So I ended up going back to the store and it was already, everything was 70% because I was overcharged and with my receipts and I got money back. And then she gave me the one that was supposed to be 50%. She gave me for 70% off. So I only paid like $6 and I got three, but I got three different colors. Oh, so you never tried any Karen anything? Well, this is my first time. But there's plenty of yarn that I haven't tried. I mean, I watch plenty of videos where they're showing the yarn they bought, and there's so many yarns. I mean, I can't have. I have too much yarn, so I'm not going to go out. I've used shawl and a ball. I was on a shawl and a ball kick for a while. I was on a shawl kick for a while. You know, I'm overdue to make another shawl. So whatever. After this blanket is done, I'll figure out what to make next. You bought little. Debbie says she started with Red Heart and they had little skeins for 15 cents. Okay, you're crocheting a lot longer than me. I was crocheting at 19, but I only crocheted like two things and I didn't crochet anymore. I used to make hook rugs when I was young. I don't know. I did that. I even had one frame that was hanging on the wall, and I had one that I, you know, that was on the floor. And then eventually I got rid of them. You know, I had them in my house when I was married, but then I got tired of them. The one on the floor looked shabby after a while. And I didn't crochet until my grandbaby was coming. So that's what happened. So what's your story? You know, we're all in a different spot. Oh, so Liliana says she likes, for baby sweater, I like Bernat Softy. I had found some like, you know, that polyester yarn that I maybe gonna make another blanket for my grandbaby eventually that he loves. Debbie doesn't have a channel right now. She doesn't have any content, you know, but she does like to crochet. Yes, there's plenty of yarns I haven't tried. And like I said, I haven't tried too much of like making the stuffed animal, the amigurumi. I can't say it. I made one little stuffed thing and it came out all wonky. But anyway, I do have to call my sister. I've been waiting all day for her to text me back from Texas. And she texted me just as I started the live, you know? So I'm not going to stay on too much longer because I want to call her back. I'll try to last till it's an hour, and I'll call her. But yeah, oh yeah, you could put whoever has a wrench. I could do it on my phone. If you want to put up your channel link, feel free. You know, the more the merrier. You want to be a family. What did I do? I'm going to open this. So that's what we could do right now. If you want to put your links up. Look, there I am. Okay. Does anybody have a channel that wants their link? Put CC for content creator if you want your link put up, or put up your own link. Okay. Feel free. Yeah, I'm gonna. So I could open my phone. See, like when you're in StreamYard, you can't like make moderators on the StreamYard, but I could open up my phone and I think, did it work? I just made Nancy a moderator. The other Nancy. So anybody want to put up their link? You need subscribe. You need new family members. Throw some yarn in each other's windows, as we say. Oh, Annie says Toronto. I must have missed that one. Yeah, I've never been to Canada. Yeah, well, I do really just want to crochet a lot. I like to show the things I make because, I don't have anybody here. I used to have a friend. The wrench means that that you're a moderator and you can block people that misbehave, or you can put up a link. Like you can't just put your link up unless you have the wrench, you know? So if you have a channel, we can have somebody put up your link, you know? So we can help each other out, crochet people or knitting people. Miranda, do you have a channel? I don't know if she's still here or somebody went to dinner. Somebody was going to eat dinner. So that's the story. It doesn't look like anybody's sharing their link. Yeah, I have one little tiny thing I made, Nancy. 1 second. It's right here. I had a box that I found at the Goodwill. It had a book and it had some. This was my first attempt. Isn't he cute? He's a little wonky. I guess I did it in a hurry. I mean, I didn't take my damn time with it. Oh, you don't have a channel, Maribel? Sometimes the name sounds like you have a channel. You know what I mean? Because I have another channel that I had before this channel, and it's just like family. It was my dogs and stuff, and I put one thing there with a crocheted blanket that I made from. I have it on this channel now, and I got like a lot of views on it, like a crazy amount. Oh, okay. So yeah, well, a lot of people have a lot of free time right now. Thank you. I mean, he doesn't have a tail or anything. It was my first attempt. So, I mean, I should try it again. Maybe there's some other one. Like it was small. His body came out kind of small. Hi, bring it. How you doing? So this was my first and only attempt at it. I kind of like sewed that around. I just use just regular thread. This is some kind of felt that came with it for his face. And I couldn't figure out how to put those eyes in, so I just sewed on his eyes. Oh, he has personality. Yeah, I'll try again. I looked at a few different tutorials. I think I could do it. I have a cousin that lives on Long Island, and she makes really nice, she can make anything. She made beautiful scarves, and it was like a little stuffed animal at the end for children. And she told me she wanted to make an Etsy, and she never did it, I guess. She does. She's like has a Facebook, but hardly goes on. She's retired, you know. Yeah, I made this when we had a little flooding in the neighborhood. That was when I was stuck in with the rain. Okay, so Sunita has to go. She's got to get up early tomorrow. Thanks for coming. I have a book. I'll show. Give me 2 seconds. I actually have it here. Whoops. This is the box. And I found this at the Goodwill, and look what I paid. They try to sell yarn for $2 a skein, but they only charge $2 for the whole box, And it comes, yeah. Well, Annie, I'm from New York City. I'm from Brooklyn, but I'm in Florida for like 6 years. Whoops. I still have yarn in here that they originally put in, and there was a hook in there, and there's a book. Maybe I'll try another one of these, because it doesn't really look hard. So you have, like I said, it's actually 6 different ones. See? Yeah. They gave you yarn. I don't have There are some of the eyeball things in here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See? I found this at the Goodwill. I like to go in the Goodwill, usually buy nothing, you know. I call it treasure hunting. But now they charge a lot of money for, and I also go sometimes to the Salvation Army. But right now I don't want to buy any yarn anyway. I was in there the other day and they had yarn. They were small little skeins. They, you know, I could get a ball of yarn at Dollar Tree for $1. So, you know, yeah, they're trying to charge $2, and sometimes the skein looks like part of it's missing. And they, yeah, I'm good at scoring. I've scored, you know, really good yarn at the Salvation Army. I found Pink Box. I found Hobie. I found this yarn. I think it's from. I got a bunch of different ones. James C. Brett Chunky, and I have more Pink Box. I got some kind of cakes, and I found like Roll With It and a bunch of candy. I found like a whole tub. It's in one of my old videos. So, you know, I could get a little carried away with bargain hunting. So, you know, I'm at the point now that I have too much yarn. I'd have to just crochet. You know, there's two addictions. This one addiction is buying the yarn, and, you know, one's the crocheting. I'm trying to see if there was any more messages. Oh, you found the sheepies in purple. Yeah, never had that. So, like, you know, we could get carried away. There's so many nice yarns out there. Could get carried away buying different yarns. Anyway, so we're over the hour, and unfortunately, yeah, Maribel saying her thrift store charges too much for yarn and usually partial skeins. So, like, but a long time ago when I first moved here, they had like a bag for. I wasn't really crocheting then. I don't remember. I might have been crocheting, but I wasn't like addicted to the picking up yarn. They had like some yarn in a bag, and it wasn't so much money. And then all of a sudden, somebody decided to charge $2. One time I went into a Goodwill, and it was, I can't remember the name of it. It was a thin yarn, but it was a small cake. And I remember it was only like $3 in Walmart, or $3.50, and they had $5 written on it because they were having a 50% off day coming up. So they marked everything up. But yeah, I'm cheap. I like a bargain. I mean, I'll buy new yarn. Anyway, I'm going to go. I need to call my sister. So I appreciate everybody coming out. If you like Facebook groups, I have a little Facebook group. I don't have the link under this video, but it's definitely under a few of the other ones. And I have an Instagram. And I have, what else? I do have a Facebook page. I do post things in there, those places. That's all. And I'm in a lot of Facebook groups as well. I don't post in every group, obviously. Who has time? Okay, good night, everybody. Thanks for coming. Okay, I'm gonna sign off. Bye.